Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take a moment to speak with you today about something that's deeply transformative, something that shapes the way we experience life, and it's not bound by time or circumstance. It's the divine flow of blessings. When God blesses you, the world around you shifts. The universe rearranges itself in ways that can only be understood when you allow yourself to become aware of the subtle and powerful signs that accompany divine favor. We all know what it's like to go through difficult times. There are moments where life feels heavy, where the weight of our challenges seems almost unbearable. But in these moments, God is always at work. And as you align your thoughts, your heart, and your energy with this higher purpose, the blessings will begin to unfold. When you start noticing these 5 powerful signs, you'll know that God is doing something extraordinary in your life. Sign hash 1. A shift in your inner state. The first sign that God is blessing you is a profound shift in your inner state. You wake up one day and notice that the old anxieties, the worries, and the fears that once consumed you no longer have that same grip. You feel a deep sense of peace that flows through you, not because everything in your life is perfect, but because you've opened yourself to a higher vibration. Your thoughts become clearer, your emotions more stable, and your sense of purpose becomes sharper. This inner shift is not coincidental. It's the result of divine energy moving within you, aligning your mind and spirit with a higher frequency. God is blessing you, and you begin to see the world with more clarity and more compassion. Sign hash 2. Opportunities begin to appear. Another sign that God is blessing you is the appearance of unexpected opportunities. You may find that doors that were once closed are now opening effortlessly. New connections, new ventures, or new possibilities seem to materialize almost out of nowhere. These aren't random events. These are divine appointments. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, aligns circumstances to guide you to your destiny. When you begin to notice these opportunities, take a moment to recognize the blessing. Trust that the universe is guiding you, that the path has been paved, and that you are walking in alignment with divine will. These opportunities, whether big or small, are signs of divine favor working in your life. Sign hash 3. You start to manifest your desires more quickly. One of the most profound signs of divine blessing is the ability to manifest your desires with greater ease. The things you've been hoping for begin to materialize faster than you expected. You may have set intentions, goals, and dreams, and then one by one, they begin to manifest before your eyes, almost effortlessly. When God blesses you, your alignment with your higher self creates a powerful energy field. You become a magnet for what you desire because you are no longer resisting or doubting the flow of abundance that's available to you. You are in harmony with the flow of divine love and grace. Sign hash 4. Challenges become catalysts for growth. Another sign that God's blessing you is that challenges no longer feel like obstacles, but catalysts for growth. You will find that the hardships you face are no longer as daunting. Instead of feeling defeated or lost in your struggles, you will start to see them as opportunities for transformation. You'll begin to rise above your challenges, understanding that they are necessary for your evolution. God doesn't always remove challenges from our lives, but He gives us the strength to face them and the wisdom to learn from them. The obstacles you once feared will become stepping stones to a higher version of yourself. When you are blessed by God, you have the ability to turn adversity into fuel for your growth. Sign hash 5. You begin to experience miracles. The final sign of God's blessings is the miraculous. I don't mean miracles in the traditional sense, but in the sense that things start happening in your life that defy the odds. You witness moments that are beyond explanation, moments that speak to the undeniable presence of something greater at work in your life. It could be a healing you didn't expect, an unexpected provision that seems too good to be true, or a series of events that just seem too perfectly orchestrated to be a coincidence. These moments may not always be dramatic, but they will be deeply meaningful, and they will serve as a reminder that God is always present, always guiding, always supporting. When God blesses you, one of the first and most noticeable signs is the shift in your inner peace and clarity. Life may still present its challenges, but you begin to experience a profound sense of calm that transcends external circumstances. It's as if a weight has been lifted from your shoulders, and no matter the turbulence around you, your mind remains steady and centered. This inner peace isn't the absence of difficulty. Rather, it's the presence of something deeper, a sense of trust that everything is unfolding as it should. You no longer feel controlled by your thoughts or emotions, and there's a quiet strength within you that becomes your anchor. Along with this peace comes clarity. Your mind becomes clearer, and you can see things more objectively. What once felt overwhelming or confusing now appears manageable and within your control. Your purpose becomes clearer, your goals sharper, and you begin to make decisions with more confidence. You experience a heightened awareness of your surroundings, your relationships, and your choices. The noise of self-doubt and fear diminishes, replaced by a profound understanding that you are supported, guided, and part of something much greater than yourself. This newfound clarity allows you to navigate life with a sense of certainty that wasn't there before. When God blesses you, you begin to trust not just in yourself, but in the divine flow that's always available to you. You see beyond the surface, recognizing the deeper meaning behind everyday moments. Your perspective shifts, and you start to approach life with a calm assurance that you're exactly where you're meant to be. It's a divine gift, and it manifests as a constant undercurrent of peace and clarity in every aspect of your life. When God blesses you, unexpected opportunities begin to appear in your life, often in ways you couldn't have predicted. These opportunities may seem like coincidences at first, but upon reflection, you realize they are divine interventions. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, or encountering situations that align perfectly with your needs or desires. These opportunities can range from career advancements, personal relationships, or even new paths of self-discovery that you hadn't considered before. What makes them special is that they feel almost effortlessly aligned with your soul's purpose, guiding you in the direction you've always sought, even when you didn't fully know it. These doors that open are not always the ones you planned for, but they are often better than what you expected. The beauty of divine blessing is that it doesn't always follow the path we think it should. Instead, it provides opportunities that feel perfectly suited to who you are and where you're going. They may come through a random conversation, an unexpected job offer, or a chance encounter with someone who introduces you to new ideas or possibilities. In these moments, you'll find yourself saying, "I couldn't have planned this if I tried." When you're in alignment with divine energy, opportunities show up with remarkable timing. It's as if the universe is conspiring on your behalf, placing everything in place for your growth and success. These opportunities are a sign that you are walking in the right direction and that God is guiding you toward the experiences and people that will elevate your life. You'll feel a deep sense of trust that everything you need is being provided at the perfect moment, and you begin to understand that these moments of synchronicity are divine blessings at work. When God blesses you, one of the most profound signs is the acceleration of your ability to manifest your desires. What once felt like a distant dream or a far-off goal now begins to materialize more quickly than you could have imagined. The things you've asked for, worked toward, or hoped for begin to show up with a speed that astonishes you. The more aligned you become with your true purpose, the easier it is to attract what you need. And often it comes in ways you didn't anticipate. This rapid manifestation is not merely the result of hard work or sheer determination. It is the result of divine timing and alignment. When you are open to receiving blessings, you become more attuned to the subtle currents of energy that bring your desires into form. It's almost as though the universe has cleared the path, and what was once delayed or uncertain now flows toward you with ease. You might find that opportunities that seemed out of reach are suddenly within your grasp, or goals that took years to achieve are now becoming a reality in a matter of months. This quickening of manifestation can be seen in small and large ways, from a career breakthrough to an unexpected windfall, or from an answered prayer to a long-awaited reunion. Each manifestation is a reminder of the powerful force at work in your life. As your desires begin to unfold at an accelerated pace, you'll realize that you are no longer working against the flow of life, but rather in harmony with it. You start to understand that blessings are not just about receiving what you want, but also about recognizing the divine orchestration behind each moment of manifestation. When God blesses you, challenges begin to transform into catalysts for growth. The difficulties you face no longer feel like insurmountable obstacles, but instead become opportunities for expansion and transformation. You might find that the trials which once caused anxiety or despair now seem more manageable and even purposeful. The strength you gain through these experiences helps you evolve into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. Instead of feeling defeated by life's challenges, you start to see them as lessons that serve a higher purpose. You may be faced with situations that challenge your patience, resilience, or faith, but through them, you grow in ways you never imagined possible. Where others might see obstacles, you begin to see stepping stones. Each challenge you face provides you with tools to navigate life with more grace, and you begin to develop a deeper understanding of your inner strength and your connection to divine guidance. This shift in perspective is part of the blessing. You realize that life is not just about avoiding difficulty, but about learning to use it as a vehicle for personal and spiritual development. What once felt overwhelming becomes a tool for inner transformation. In fact, many of the greatest breakthroughs in your life may come through the most trying times. You start to recognize that these experiences are not random or punitive, but are necessary for your growth, pushing you to go beyond your limitations and expand your sense of what is possible. God's blessings often don't remove hardship from your life, but instead they give you the wisdom and strength to face those hardships with a new perspective. You no longer feel victimized by circumstances, but empowered by the lessons they bring. When God blesses you, you begin to experience moments that can only be described as miracles. These miracles may not always be dramatic or world-changing, but they are deeply meaningful and speak to the undeniable presence of something greater at work in your life. These are the moments where you feel a profound sense of awe and wonder, when life unfolds in such a way that you can't help but recognize the hand of the divine. These miraculous moments could be as simple as an unexpected phone call that changes the course of your day, or as significant as an unexplained healing that defies medical logic. It may be a moment of perfect timing when you receive exactly what you need just when you need it, or it could be an encounter with someone who brings the insight or guidance you've been searching for. These moments remind you that you are not alone, that the universe is conspiring in your favor, and that you are connected to a higher power that is always guiding you. What makes these miracles so significant is not just their occurrence, but the way they reaffirm your belief in divine intervention. They show you that there is more to life than what meets the eye. As these miraculous moments become more frequent, you start to trust in the unseen forces that are at work in your life. You begin to understand that these experiences are not mere coincidences, but divine signs that reinforce your faith and alignment with the divine plan. They serve as gentle reminders that God's blessings are not always in the big obvious things, but in the quiet, unexpected moments that leave you in awe of the divine presence in your life. When God blesses you, you begin to experience a deep sense of alignment with your divine purpose. This alignment brings a clarity that you've never known before. It's as if a veil has been lifted, and you can see the bigger picture of your life, your mission, and the path you are meant to walk. Your actions, thoughts, and decisions become more intentional, and you begin to feel as though everything in your life is unfolding according to a higher plan. There is a sense that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to be doing. This divine alignment allows you to tap into your true potential. You stop questioning your worth or doubting your abilities because you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that you are being guided towards something greater. The confusion that once clouded your decisions gives way to a profound sense of direction. Your intuition becomes sharper, and you begin to make choices that are in harmony with your true self, rather than being influenced by fear, doubt, or external pressures. As you experience this alignment, you also feel a deep sense of peace because you understand that everything is falling into place as it should. There's no need to force outcomes or control every aspect of your life. You simply trust that you are being guided by a force much greater than yourself, and this trust becomes the foundation of your actions. You'll find that the challenges you face no longer feel like burdens, but instead, you see them as opportunities for growth that are helping you step into the fullness of your purpose. You are no longer walking in uncertainty, but in confident alignment with the divine plan that is unfolding before you. When God blesses you, one of the most noticeable signs is a shift in your thought patterns. You begin to think in ways that are more positive, expansive, and aligned with your highest good. The doubts and limiting beliefs that once dominated your mind start to fade, replaced by thoughts of possibility, abundance, and gratitude. Where you once questioned your ability or your worth, you now find yourself embracing the belief that you are capable, deserving, and worthy of all the blessings that life has to offer. This shift in thought patterns is not a small change. It's a complete transformation of the way you perceive the world and your place in it. You begin to understand that your thoughts shape your reality, and as you think more positively and constructively, your life begins to reflect that change. What once seemed impossible or out of reach now feels attainable, and you start to see solutions where you once saw problems. The way you approach challenges, setbacks, or even everyday situations begins to shift toward a mindset of possibility rather than limitation. This new way of thinking also brings a greater sense of inner peace. You stop overthinking and worrying about things beyond your control, and instead, you learn to trust the process of life. You become less reactive to external circumstances and more grounded in your own internal power. Your mind becomes a tool for creation, not destruction. With each thought that aligns with your higher purpose, you reinforce the connection between yourself and the divine, creating a positive feedback loop where your thoughts and actions continually reflect the blessings you are receiving. Your mindset evolves from one of survival to one of thriving. When God blesses you, your sense of gratitude begins to grow exponentially. It's not just a simple thankfulness for the big things, it's a profound appreciation for the small, everyday moments that you once overlooked. You start to see beauty and abundance in even the most ordinary aspects of life, the warmth of the sun, the laughter of a loved one, or the simple act of breathing. Gratitude becomes a lens through which you view the world, and it deepens with each passing day. As your awareness of blessings increases, you find that your heart opens more and more. You begin to appreciate the people around you, the lessons you've learned, and the experiences that have shaped you. Even challenges that once felt burdensome are now seen through a different lens. You recognize that they were stepping stones leading you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your purpose. This shift in perspective allows you to release feelings of resentment or frustration, replacing them with a deep sense of thankfulness for everything that has brought you to this moment. Gratitude also begins to influence your actions. You may find yourself more inclined to give, whether through time, resources, or kindness. As you experience the abundance that divine blessings bring, you feel a natural urge to share that abundance with others. Your gratitude becomes a cycle of giving and receiving, where each act of generosity further enriches your life. You start to see the interconnectedness of all things and recognize that by giving, you are contributing to the flow of blessings, not only in your life, but also in the lives of those around you. This deepened gratitude allows you to live with a sense of peace and fulfillment that comes from knowing that you are truly blessed. When God blesses you, you begin to experience a heightened sense of intuition that guides you through life with more clarity and confidence. Your inner voice, once a faint whisper, becomes stronger and you start to trust it more deeply. It's as if you have an internal compass that leads you toward the right decisions, people, and opportunities. This intuitive guidance helps you navigate even the most uncertain or challenging circumstances. And you begin to understand that you are being supported in ways that transcend logical reasoning. You may find that you're able to sense things before they happen, whether it's knowing who to trust, recognizing a valuable opportunity, or feeling the need to make a particular decision. Your intuition no longer feels random or coincidental. It feels like a divine connection, a knowing that comes from a place beyond yourself. It's a sense of certainty that helps you feel at peace, even when the world around you feels uncertain. This heightened intuition also allows you to become more attuned to the energy of others and the world around you. You begin to sense subtle shifts in people's emotions or intentions, and this awareness helps you build deeper, more authentic connections. You no longer have to rely solely on external validation because you trust your inner wisdom. This intuitive clarity becomes a source of strength, helping you to make decisions with a sense of purpose and conviction. As you cultivate this connection to your higher self, you find that your life flows more smoothly, with less resistance and more alignment to the divine plan. Your intuition becomes your guide, leading you in the direction of blessings and fulfillment. When God blesses you, you begin to notice synchronicities in your life. Those seemingly random events that align perfectly and feel too meaningful to be mere coincidences. These moments of synchronicity occur with such precision that they seem like the universe or divine energy is speaking directly to you. You might find yourself at the right place at the right time, encountering people or situations that resonate deeply with your purpose, desires, or current needs. It's as if the threads of your life are being woven together in ways you couldn't have orchestrated on your own. These synchronistic moments often arrive when you're least expecting them, reinforcing the idea that divine timing is at play. You might run into an old friend who offers you unexpected advice, or find that a particular book you were drawn to contains exactly the information you needed at that moment. You might be faced with a challenge, and just as you're feeling uncertain, an opportunity arises that provides a solution. These moments of perfect timing serve as a reminder that you are not alone and that a higher power is actively guiding you toward your greatest good. As you experience more of these synchronicities, you begin to trust in the flow of life and the divine order behind every event. You realize that nothing in your life is truly random. Every encounter, every experience, and every moment holds significance, and you start to see connections where you once saw only randomness. This sense of alignment with the universe deepens your faith and strengthens your belief that you are exactly where you're meant to be. With each synchronistic event, you become more attuned to the divine hand at work in your life, moving you ever closer to your highest potential.